Tribe, good morning, how are we doing? I hope you're well. Friday, fucking Friday already. Look how beautiful this is behind me. So listen, before we get into talking about fast forwarding your life and potentially missing out on the next 60 years that you are going to be alive, if you're lucky, 60 years. Let me just tell you about my coaching workshop that is taking place on the 22nd of June in Birmingham. Sitting down and working with me for 4 or 5 hours to sort your fucking life out, okay? Organising your life, putting into good practice good habits, routines and structures, reviewing where you've been so far in life, what's happened in the last quarter, okay? And planning the next 12 weeks from June, basically the third quarter, to get your shit together, to set goals, be in a much better place when you leave and fired up to take control of your life. Details are on my post, okay, on podcast or Facebook live feed. So let's talk about fast forwarding your life. One of my friends was reminding me about a film that he watched called Click with Adam Sandler. And it's about this guy who's been given this remote control. Jesse, let's go. He's been given this remote control. And any period of his life that he doesn't really like, he can click fast forward. And he can skip that part of his life. So he started doing it. So the mother-in-law would come around, and to avoid having to talk to her, he'd fast forward. One particular moment of stress at work, fast forward. Can't get it up, fast forward. And what he kept on doing was fast forwarding all these moments in his life. And he kept on doing it so much that it automatically skipped parts of his life. So parts of his life that he wanted to be part of, he wasn't allowed to because he just fast forward. And before he knew it, he was 60 years old and he missed out on his life. He'd gone through and hadn't realised just how important a lot of the stuff was. Now, in the real world, we don't have a remote control. But what we tend to do is bury our heads in the sand. When things are not going well, we don't cope well, we lack control. And because we don't cope well and we lack control, we do stupid things. We go home with a bad temper and we're shitty to everyone at home. We grab the bottle, wine, beer. We eat excessively. We make excuses. We become negative. We bring down the people that are being positive. Motherfuckers. Talk all about all that bollocks. It's bullshit. You can't do that. It's easy for you to say, and you end up coming up with all these comments about positive people, and you're like, you're not yourself. And because we can't cope, and because we have no control, we end up burying our heads in the sand, and we fall into a rut. We fall into that rut. And we fall into the gutter, into the trenches, into a really dark space. And then depression kicks in. And then anxiety kicks in. But we don't have a remote control to fast forward. But what we are doing is burying our heads in the sand and not either dealing with the problems or not dealing with the things that we would like to fast forward. So in theory, we're missing out on time. Look at that sun coming up in the background. Unbelievable. We are missing out on valuable time in our lives. And I really want us to really sort of take note of this, is that you can't fast forward your life. Your life is your journey. Your journey is like a book, which I spoke about a couple of weeks ago. It's like a blank book. If I said today was day 0, here's your blank book, fill it with your life, the life of you, your memories, your journey, your achievements, your goals, the moments that are not so good as well, the hardships, the emotions. I'd say go out and fill it. I'd say go out and fill it. Okay, because like Adam Sandler, he just skipped. He just skipped all of that. And then he woke up at 60 years old and realised that he missed it. If you could fast forward to your last week on this earth, and see what you become. You could have a look about and speak to that guy and say, you know, what did you miss out on? What didn't you do? Why did you have such a negative attitude? Why did you bury your head in the sand? Why did you wish away the week to live for the weekend? You've got to take every opportunity that comes your way, because you don't know what's coming the next day. You don't know what is coming the next day. You don't know when your time is up. You've got to make every second count, and it's very, very difficult at times in life to do that. But this is where we got to build up that mindset, that state of mind that I always talk about. It doesn't matter what's happening, we're still there, we still show up. We still make the right decisions, and if we don't make the right decisions, then we learn. Resilience. You've got to have the right attitude, because your attitude will dictate the final outcome. I'll say that again. Your attitude will dictate the final outcome. If you're a happy-go-lucky type of guy, you've got some determination in here, some courage, some will, then you are going to make it work for you, for your family. If you are constantly looking at everyone else, comparing yourself to everyone else, to all the other dads that are in there around you, and you feel sorry for yourself and you're not where you want to be, and you hate the world because you're not where you want to be, and you continue with that attitude, dude, you are in trouble. Or dudette if you're listening. Okay? It's all about the attitude. It's all about building a control. No one gets it overnight. I'm still trying to work on, I'm nowhere near the final article. Constantly striving for more. And guys, you don't even have to listen to me. I mean, who the fuck am I to tell you exactly how to do it? All I ever do is document what I'm going through and my journey and the emotions and thoughts that I go through. And today's live feed, podcast, depending how you're listening to this, is really a reflection of what's been going on in my head. It's like, why aren't you doing this? Why are you just wishing away the bad times? Why aren't you fulfilled? Why aren't you reaching your peak? I don't feel I'm anywhere near reaching my potential, and that's frustrated me all week. All week. Why am I not out there going to every town in the country doing seminars? Why am I not doing more workshops? Why am I not fucking traveling the UK, helping people, approaching other businesses? And I couldn't answer you. And I was sitting there last night and I just wrote out a list of towns I want to go to do seminars, cities, things that I want to do. You know, why am I not challenging myself? Why am I sitting on the sofa for 5 o'clock at night? I am chilling out with the family, but why am I not reaching my potential? I don't know. That's the answer. And that's something I need to work on in my process. I'm not going to fast forward it to the point where I do figure it out and I'm at the final point. I want to enjoy the journey, right? Come on, you. So just take that away from this podcast, this live feed, that you can't fast forward the life. You have to embrace the journey. You have a blank book. I give you permission to start again. Give you permission to start again. Here's your blank book. Go and create your memories. Go and create your achievements. Go and create your life that you want. Right, mofos. Have an amazing weekend. Go and check out the details on the coaching seminar. Fucking come and meet me in Brighton and let's have an amazing day. Love you all. Appreciate the support. Take it easy.